In this video, I'm going to show you how to create gears in Tinkercad using two different methods. First, we'll use the built-in gear shape generator, which is the fastest and easiest option. Then, I'll also show you how to make a custom gear manually if you want more control over the final design. This is perfect whether you're designing a simple mechanical part, building a school project, or just learning how to model more advanced shapes in Tinkercad. If this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more easy Tinkercad tutorials. Alright, let's jump in. Let's start with the easiest method, which is using the gear shape generator. Open Tinkercad and go to your work plane. On the right side, click the Shapes drop-down menu. It usually starts on Basic Shapes, so click that menu and look for Shape Generators. Depending on your account and layout, you may see options like All or Featured. Click into the Shape Generator section and scroll until you find the gear or metric gear shape. Once you find it, simply drag the gear onto your work plane. This is the quickest way to create a gear because Tinkercad automatically handles the spacing and shape of the teeth for you. After placing it, click on the gear to open the inspector window. This is where you can fine-tune the gear to fit your project. The first setting you'll usually want to change is number of teeth. This controls how many teeth the gear has, and it affects both the size and the gear ratio. If you increase the number of teeth, the gear becomes more detailed and often larger. If you decrease it, the gear becomes smaller and simpler. Next is pitch. Pitch changes how large the teeth are and how they are spaced around the gear. This is important if you want the gear to match another gear in a mechanical design. You can also adjust hole diameter. This changes the size of the center opening, which is where your axle or shaft would go. Make sure this fits your design properly, because if the hole is too small or too large, the gear may not work the way you want. Another useful setting is height. This controls how thick the gear is. A thicker gear may be better for stronger models, while a thinner gear can work well for simpler visual designs. Take a moment to experiment with these values until the gear looks right for your project. Once you're happy, you can move it, duplicate it, or combine it with other parts of your model. This method is ideal if you want precision and speed without building every tooth by hand. Now let's move on to the manual method, which gives you more freedom if you want a custom gear design. Start by dragging a cylinder onto the work plane. This cylinder will become the base of your gear. Resize it to the diameter you want, and then flatten it to your desired thickness. This gives you the body of the gear. Next, create one tooth. Drag a box or a wedge onto the work plane and resize it so it looks like a single gear tooth. Place that tooth so it overlaps the outer edge of the cylinder. The overlap is important because the shapes need to connect properly when you group them later. Try to center it carefully so the tooth sticks out evenly from the base. Once your first tooth is in place, select it and press Ctrl and D to duplicate it. Then rotate the duplicate by a set amount, like 20 degrees, depending on how many teeth you want. After that, press Ctrl and D again. Tinkercad will smart duplicate the tooth, repeating the same rotation all the way around the circle. This is one of the fastest ways to build a custom gear manually without placing each tooth one by one. When all of your teeth are arranged evenly around the cylinder, select the cylinder and every tooth together. Then click Group or use Ctrl and G. This merges the pieces into one solid gear shape. If needed, you can ungroup and adjust the tooth size or spacing before grouping again. But once everything is lined up correctly, grouping will finish the gear. That's really all there is to it. If you want the fastest method, use the gear shape generator. If you want more customization, build the gear manually with a cylinder, one tooth, and smart duplicate. Both methods work well in Tinkercad, and the best one depends on the kind of project you're making. If this video helped you learn how to create gears in Tinkercad, please give it a like, subscribe for more beginner-friendly design tutorials, and check out more videos on Tinkercad welding. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.